Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Sovik. So, last recording, we finished the more introductory questing campaign to Shadowlands. We got the achievement for that. We now find ourselves at the start of Oribos. So what we're going to look to try and do in this recording is get away through the Oribos bit, depending on how long that takes. So, we haven't picked up any of the quests or anything from this yet. We have got on the campaign side, Stranger and in an Even Stranger Land. So, that is find your way inside Oribos to learn what is happening. So we need to try to communicate. So description, you arrive alone at the precipice of a strange city, knowing the leaders of Azeroth remain trapped in the moor. Wherever you are, it is clearly very, very far from home. It appears your arrival has been noticed. So, I believe this guy here, Protector Captain, is a guy we need to go and speak to. So let's try and communicate with him. Who are you, stranger? Where am I? Have I escaped the moor?
Trust in the Arbiter.
Okay, so we have communicators. We must bring them to the Overseers at once.
Come with us, stranger.
Oh, and you can also see you can mount up in this area as well. Just on that ledge out there, you can mount up. So if you've got a Brutosaur, feel free just to boot that up as well if you want to get to the auction house. Are we still mounted inside here as well? We are. So you can mount in both outside and inside. Until you get to that point. Okay, so this is Oribos. We're now in the Enclave.
Unmistakable. The moor shuddered for a moment, as if reacting to some change.
An ill omen, to be certain. What can it mean?
Okay, so we've got an Overseer Car Delen, and we've got an Overseer Car Sure.
I believe them to be a living mortal.
Another unexpected development.
Okay, so we now need to speak to Car Delen. A mortal in Oribos, the purpose has brought a mortal to us. Are you in charge here? Where am I?
Blessed be her voice.
Could it be an actual mortal being the Eternal City? The purpose must be served.
Fate guides
A living mortal? Incredible. Forgive my astonishment. I am Car Delen, an overseer of the Arbiter's attendance here in the Eternal City of Oribos. You stand within the heart of the Shadowlands. While we are accustomed to receiving souls from all manner of worlds, within the mortal realm, never before has one arrived that is quite so corporal. Answer honestly, mortal. Did you truly escape the moor? The Overseers want to know more about how you escaped the moor.
The Eternal City must endure.
Yes, I escaped the
Every
moor.
attendant in Oribos is taught that the moor is unbreachable, that the malevolent souls within were sealed away for all eternity.
This mortal's escape might mean the prison is weakening. If true, the banished one could...
Cardelen, Kasher, Oribos be praised. At long last, the Arbiter has stirred.
Okay, so that's speak to the Overseers done. We now need to listen to the Overseers.
In the purpose.
Mere moments ago, there was
Okay,
a
which I dare say is
disturbance
happening
at the
right now. We
boundary
can't
of the
actually
sword.
true anything else.
Then this mortal appeared, claiming to have broken free of it.
A living mortal. Surely their
Still,
presence
a lot of
here
astonishment
serves
that
the
a mortal
purpose.
has escaped the
If
war.
the Arbiter reacted to their arrival, perhaps they are the key to waking her.
Is this mortal worthy of such an audience? They may prove to be an agent of the jailer.
It is the Arbiter's place to judge souls, Kasher, not ours. I will bring this mortal before her. With her voice have I spoken.
Blessed be
Okay,
her
so
voice.
we've listened to them.
Hear the words of
No
the
place for the living.
Arbiter.
Finally, the purpose may be guiding us again. So we grab our experience and
All
gold.
will be judged fairly.
Audience with the Arbiter. I am Tal Inara, honoured voice of the Arbiter. I speak for she who is ever silent. The Arbiter watches over Oribos. She blesses us with her wisdom. Every mortal soul that enters the Shadowlands passes before her for judgment. In the merest fraction of a moment, she sees every glory, every folly, every joy, every regret. With this knowledge, she chooses an ideal afterlife for that soul. At least she did. Not long ago, catastrophe struck and, come, some things are better seen than explained. So a quest objective here, the voice of the Arbiter wishes you to join them in the Arbiter's chamber. So let's accept that. I wonder if she'll see all the successes we had in Duskwallow Marsh. So we click I will join you. So we now need to accompany her to the chamber, I believe. The Crucible. Okay, and that looks like the Arbiter. That big mob there. So let's speak to her. The purpose sent you to us, I know it. What is this place? So we now need to listen to her explain what's going on.
Ever silent, ever still. When you arrived in Oribos, I saw the Arbiter stir for the first time in many cycles. It gave me hope that she would awaken and resume her blessed purpose. Mere words cannot describe the glory that was. Step forward, that I may show you. For uncounted eons, the Shadowlands was in perfect order. Infinite afterlives, with Oribos, the eternal city, as the shining heart. Every mortal soul came before the Arbiter, and she, ever wise, experienced all that had shaped a soul in life. With this knowledge, she consigned every soul to the afterlife it justly deserved. Until... in that dread moment, our perfect order was shattered. And so it is that every soul, kind and cruel alike, is denied its rightful afterlife, and instead is damned to the inescapable torment of the Maw.
Okay, so that just adds a little bit of context about what's going on at the moment. Fairly interesting.
Travel only to the Maw. We have tried everything to stop it, to awaken our blessed Arbiter, to no avail. Without anima, drought has gripped the Shadowlands. The afterlives have grown isolated. Fear and uncertainty haunt us all. With countless souls feeding the jailer, I fear he may grow strong enough to break free from the Maw. It is said he is filled with hatred for the Arbiter. If he strikes her down, it would bring the end of everything the First Ones made. Return to the lower levels. The Overseers will prepare you for what is to come.
Okay, so again, very similar to the last couple of recordings since we've been in the Shadowlands. There are good chunks of time once you go into Shadowlands, Oribos, and the more, where you can't do a great deal. You are kind of pretty much have to listen to dialogue and listen to what's going on.
Speak, mortal.
Okay, so I'm ready to return. Now, of course, you can just skip and try and press escape and exit all the cinematics if you wish. It's entirely up to you. So we now need to speak to the Overseer. We may find a shared cause in the purpose it sent you to us. Complete that quest. Tethered home. It is disappointing that you are unable to stir the Arbiter, but we must not give up hope. Your continued presence in the Shadowlands may help our cause. Perhaps your efforts would benefit from creating a tether to the mortal plane. The map table in this chamber was put in place long ago by the first ones, the wise architects of all you can see. If you have a memento from your homeworld, place it there. The table's magic can establish a connection. So we need to affix the Helm of Domination fragment to the console.
Trust the purpose.
I wouldn't exactly call that a memento from home. That looks like it'll do the job. So we can click on the Shadowlands map. Okay, that looks like we've established a link back to Azeroth.
More outsiders. What have you done, mortal?
Be at ease. I am Bolvar Fordrag. These knights and I are here to help.
The touch of the Maw is upon their souls as well. But if they found a way to break free of its influence, perhaps they can aid us.
Okay, so that's that one done. So we now need to go and speak to Bolvar.
We will face
Sovik, I'm relieved you
whatever
survived that
comes.
realm of darkness. I am eager to hear the tale.
Much
A doorway through the veil. The helm fragment connected us while you were in the moor. As it were, a darkened pane of glass. I saw glimpses of what you endured, the terrors you faced. At least the heroes of Azeroth yet live. They must be saved. By affixing the helm here, you gave us a tether to Azeroth that served to bring a few of us across the veil. But you and other heroes who join us require a stronger connection. Our acolytes can open portals back. No doubt these attendants will be particular about their placement. So we need to establish portals back to Azeroth.
Fight for Azeroth.
Okay, so here's the first acolyte. What are you going to do?
Open a doorway back.
Greetings,
to the
Sovik. Lord
realm of
Bolvar
the
asks us
living.
to aid you. Let's head outside.
Oribos is crowded enough with so many brokers
Okay,
arriving
but
every
there's
day.
another acolyte here as well.
Now, Karshare, be
Before this one
hospitable.
outside.
Mortal, I suggest establishing your portals where you first arrived, just outside the city.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to create some form of portal around about here somewhat. Okay, so we don't need to speak to him again. Now we need to... Anyone else? Maybe we do need to speak to him.
You need something?
Okay, greetings Sovik. Lord Bolvar asks us to aid you. Summon the portals here.
Ashes to ashes.
I have opened countless portals in my lifetime, but never one that connected two planes of reality.
I thought death was the end of existence. Here, it seems.
Okay, so that's our portal
death
back to
is a
Orgrimmar.
power that offers
So
new
let's have a look on the map where it
beginnings.
is. So the western part of Oribos. And there is a portal back to... Looks like... Is that Stormwind? I can see what that is. Stormwind. We don't need to use that. So we now need to return to the Overseers.
You are welcome.
Your path
in
and the purpose
Oribos.
are now entwining. So we get 3,000 experience of that.
The
Still not up to level 51 yet. The Eternal City. You should become familiar with the Eternal City and how best to navigate it. We, the attendants, serve Oribos as its caretakers. Everything you see here is done in service to the purpose. In this time of chaos and drought, we must adapt our perspective. It seems we're to serve the purpose in a new way. You mortals are not the only visitors here. Others have come as well. Like you, brokers are not of Oribos. They are congenial and willing to aid you, usually for a price. So we've got to tour the Eternal City of Oribos. So let's accept that.
Please keep our corridors tidy.
Okay. So, first one is we need to go and visit the Hall of Curiosities. So I dare say this is where we're going to start seeing trainers. So there's a dual crafting trainer, literally the first trainer we see, which is incredibly useful. And dual crafting supplies. So Appraiser Orvesk is probably going to be one of our friends. So let's learn Shadowlands dual crafting. That's it. No other new things to learn. And let's see what dual crafting supplies I've got. So we've got this Arboreal Shard, which is a crafting reagent, malleable wire, this Lestrite setting, and the jeweler's kit. So let's have a quick look at dual crafting. We don't need anything. Let's filter by skill up. So the Lestrite setting looks like we're going to need a few of those with some gems. And we're going to need that as well. So let's go and buy, just straight off the bat, maybe, I don't know, 100 of these. Just so we got some on stock in case we ever want to do some jewel crafting. That's that done. We won't bother with anything else at the moment.
The ultimate transaction.
Okay, so who else have we got over here? We've got engineering. We've got an auctioneer. Oh, only for engineering. Which we're not, and I'm not going to switch. Okay, inscription. We've got an ink trader, more inscription. Alchemy, herbalism, which works. Okay, trade supplies and mining trainer. So we need the mining trainer. Let's learn that. What's this trade supply guy got? Again, he sells these arboreal shards. I don't know what they're used for.
I know our endeavors will prove.
What's this guy?
You have my undivided attention.
Welcome, stranger, we're at your service. What is available here? Okay, so that's a Hall of Shapes. This is where we establish an artisan's hall for your benefit, of course. We brokers travel extensively and learn from the denizens of from every realm we visit. This allows us to cater our offerings to the needs of our clientele. Our members have endeavoured to master the various professions which your kind seem to place value. You'll find them eager to aid you in the development as an artisan.
This realm offers
Very good.
Infinite opportunities.
We've checked these guys out, haven't we? So what else have we got over here? Skinning, leather working, makes sense if they're together. Tailoring, don't need to speak to him. Cooking vendor and a cooking trainer. So let's get cooking learned.
I offer only the finest.
Fishing trainer. Let's get fishing learned. It's one of my sort of favourite, probably my favourite secondary profession. What should the fishing vendor got? It's got a two-handed fishing pole, which increases. Do you know what? I might actually buy that. So this two-handed fishing pole, your fishing skills increase by 15, and increases the chance to find bait while fishing in the Shadowlands. Let's grab it. It's only 50 gold. Let's tuck that over here. And there's some baits up here as well, which we could buy, but we might find the baits fishing anyway, so let's kind of leave that. Let's go and have a quick look and see what this cooking vendor has got to offer. Okay. A few new ingredients we've never heard of before. It's not something I'm probably going to do on recording. Again, like similar to fishing, I'll probably do that off recording as well. Enchanting, nothing to interest us here. What's this chap got to say for himself? He's a researcher.
Tell me what you need, my friend.
Okay, so he does archaeology. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any archaeology in Shadowlands. Let's move on. So we're now going to enter the Hall of Holding, which looks like a bank. Caretaker Karam, a hand the arbiter, we need to speak to her or him. This area provides you access to services relating to your material possessions. We are relatively new to such concepts, so the brokers have kindly offered to facilitate these services for you. What is this Hall of Holding? Here you'll find that the brokers have established a means for you to access your... Okay, that's pretty similar to what he just said.
Order shall be restored.
And what we got over here? Not a great deal. That looks like a guild vault. Okay, we don't actually have a guild at the moment, so no need to do that. Now we can't cut through there, so we're going to have to hook a right and then a left. Let's up through that bit. Let's up through this bit. Okay, so here's the innkeeper.
You have my undivided attention.
Welcome, more Walker. Please avail yourself of our amenities, or, as our gracious hosts might say, may the purpose be your way. Thank you for your kind welcome to your inn. What have you got on offer? Absolutely nothing alcoholic, which is very unfortunate.
Come back if you need.
Do we need to make this in our home?
It is clear.
Yes.
You deserve only
Let's
the
do
best.
that for now. We know we can always get back to Orgrimmar through that portal, so we've got a way of getting backwards and forwards. And then we need to head up this way. This is the Fate Scribe. Let's go and speak to them. Welcome, mortal. May you find your way in the purpose. What is this place? This is a touchstone for spirits that have become untethered. The Fate Scribe seems to ponder you for a moment. I sense the touch of a great power upon you, Sovik. Despite facing the end of your existence time and again, this force has kept you anchored to the mortal plane. Perhaps devices like this one will keep you anchored to the Shadowlands. Should an ill fate befall you, the purpose will decide. The purpose is our way. I'll be honest, I don't understand any of that, but there we go. Okay, so what we got? One more thing to look at? Hall of Curiosity. So straight through and then look around there. Okay, so it looks like this Oribos place is a good little sort of node base to get all your professions and bits and pieces done. I don't know if there's profession trainers. I haven't researched it in like Bastion, for instance, or any of the other sort of Covenant areas. So I don't know whether this is a place where you kind of hang out and then do all your profession stuff. But at least we know it's there if we need to. So this is the Overseer Tar Redon, the Bazaar Master.
Tell me what you need, my friend.
Welcome to our bazaar, my friend. We're here to serve. What is this bazaar? Here we have some of the more exotic offerings you may seek. My colleagues and I specialise in sourcing exotic beasts and stabling them. You'll also find we have access to what you know as void storage, as well as the ability to use your transmogrification magics. Lastly, my friend Tabizarge over there can aid you in altering your appearance. A barber. May as well look good while you're saving the multiverse, no? Okay.
Always a pleasure.
Great, so we've got a pet vendor over here. What's he got
All
for sale?
goods and services
He's
for
got
sale.
an ultimate battle training stone for the polished pet charms. Okay, so a load of pet charm bits and pieces. A mystery bag, which just contains battle stones. So there's nothing exciting
Until our
on that.
next transaction.
No one around here. Oh, I see. That looks like the barber. That's a transmogrifier. Void storage. Curiosity vendor. What's he got?
Everything is negotiable.
Absolutely no idea what that is, but you need an aquamarine castle chit to buy that. Don't have one of them. Creature collector.
May I tempt you with my wares?
Okay, welcome, more Walker. Not everything you see is for sale. We also collect such curious creatures we have found in your realm. I am enjoying expanding my collection. Okay.
Until our next transaction.
Is that everything? What we got here? We've got a bazaar vendor. We've got a stable master there. We've got a bazaar vendor over here
All
who
goods and
sells
services for sale.
pretty much the similar stuff which we've seen already. What's this twilight bark? Gathered by miners. Interesting.
Remember,
We've got another vendor over here who looks like he sells
offer only
similar
the
stuff,
finest.
although he looks like he's got some alcohol. So if we ever want to go and get drunk here, at least we know where
Your
we need to go.
patronage is always appreciated.
And that is it. Okay, so at this stage, I think we can head back to what are we done our professions? We've done jewel crafting, mining, fishing, and cooking. We've got all of them learned, so that's useful. So let's head back to the Enclave, where we need to speak to one of these overseers again.
How may I?
We hope you are comfortable here, Sovik. Consider these ancient facilities to be at your disposal. So we get 3,800 experience, we're getting ever closer actually to reaching level 51. Back to Boulder. Understanding the Shadowlands. As I sit upon the frozen throne all those years, Sovik, I could peer into the Shadowlands. Brief glimpses, clouded and uncertain, sights both wondrous and terrible. We must work together to make sense of what has happened, to prevent the Maw from consuming all of reality. Whatever Sylvanas and the jailer want, we must stop them, but we cannot do so alone. Perhaps Tal Inara can put us on the path to find answers. So let's accept that quest. Let's go and speak to Tal Inara.
Come forth.
Can you help us find answers?
Tell me, how did these allies from your
So I
world
need to listen to
become
her.
trapped in the
So
Maw?
again, very similar to the Maw introduction storyline. It is not overly taxing, not overly difficult, very linear. You just follow the path as you go along, kind of do quests. You can't really go off at a tangent too much, and that is you basically. You kind of follow it along. So if you're new to the game, and then you're just getting started into World of Warcraft with this expansion, or you're returning, or you haven't really quested for a while, it is pretty basic. But we haven't had any incidents where, you know, our health has been quite low, or we've been at risk, and it's been a very sort of gentle sort of talk through to this expansion.
It falls to us to open the way for them.
Overseer Kasher, take this mortal to the Ring of Transference.
So we need to go to the Ring of Transference to open a pathway to Bastion. Okay, so I think this is probably more on the line to where, to us leaving Oribos.
We have so little anima in our reserves. Surely we should be more...
See it done, Kasher. With her voice have I spoken.
So we need to speak to Kasher.
What do you seek?
Let us
mortal?
begin to align your path to the purpose. Do you think you can manage that? I will go with you.
Come, mortal.
Come, mortal, I'll show you the way.
The way.
Someone's got a nice Brutus sword already established in here. That looks like a portable mailbox. Okay, looks like we're heading over to this platform here, which is glowing and shining. And you can see on it, it says to the Ring of Transference.
Here, mortal. This teleporter will convey you to the Ring of Transference.
You have to click on that so it doesn't automatically transfer you. So, speak with the Overseer again. Your path and on the purpose of becoming one. The path to Bastion. Within the Arbiter's Chamber are gateways to the infinite realms of the Shadowlands. As each soul was judged, a gateway would be open to the appropriate afterlife. But since the incident, all gateways have remained closed, dormant. We dare not use the Arbiter's sacred chamber for so mundane a purpose as travel, but here in the upper ring of a city, gateways can be configured for your needs. Before us stands a means to activate a gateway. Together we can channel the anima to power. So we need to open the gateway to Bastion. So let's accept that.
Fate guides us all.
And I dare say by doing that we just need to click on it.
Little anima to spare,
Or maybe not.
but the honored voice has blessed
So don't
your
click on it.
mission,
Carry on
so
following
we
the Overseer.
will use what we have.
I dare say we're heading
We
over
will
here to
call
this
down one
flight
of the
master.
soul conduits for use as a gateway to Bastion. These paths have been dormant for some time. Your arrival will be unexpected.
I'll be honest, these Overseers do not move at a very quick pace. Even us just jogging along has overtaken them. Okay, activate the gateway to Bastion. So we need to click on this. Ancient Focus. Activate that. Okay, I don't know what we've done, but it looks like we've managed to activate it. So let's speak back to the Overseer.
I have been
Purpose be
instructed
praised, your
to
path
assist
becomes
you.
clearer. Another 3,800 experience. We now got to speak to the Path Scribe.
Welcome.
Seek the Ascended. When you arrive in Bastion, seek out one of the Kyrian. Explain that you require an audience with the Archon. Like the Arbiter, she is one of the Eternal Ones who rules over the Shadowlands. If anyone can guide you to the truth, it is the Archon. Perhaps she will even know a way to end this anima drought. Once you find the answers you seek, you are welcome to return to Oribos. Purpose guide your path, mortal. So we need to journey to Bastion to inquire about the more Kyrian.
May you
Accept
find
that.
your fate.
The ways are reopening. Has the purpose sent you to us for this, I wonder? I am ready. Send me to Bastion. And there we go. We're on one of these worm thingamajigs. Don't know what they're called. And that's us going from Oribos to Bastion. It does look quite cool. The graphics are really good. Hopefully my Murloc and Voidwalker has also made the journey and not got lost in this very strange, the in-between tunnel. And there we go, out we pop, and this is Bastion. Looks cool. And there we go, that's us arriving at the Vestibule of Eternity. Okay, so I think before we go any further in this, I think that draws a line under the Oribos stage of the introduction storyline. We're now going to start questing in one of the first of the 4 zones, starting with Bastion. We've just arrived down here in the sort of one of the southern tips of the zone. I don't actually know what order we go in, but we're here at the first one. So I think I'm going to draw a line under this recording. Again, hopefully you found this useful, walking through the Oribos stuff. Maybe you've done it already. Maybe you rushed through and didn't actually listen to any of the cutscenes or any of the dialogue. Maybe you haven't even looked at it yet, and maybe you just got a quick sort of follow-through guide. It's not overly taxing, as I said earlier. Follow the quest, you push through. It's very linear. I don't think you're going to get overly lost. Just make sure you use the opportunity there to learn, to grab whatever professions you need. Let's say mining, herbalism, for instance. Any of the secondary professions you've got, if you're doing any of those. You obviously got an opportunity to go to the bank and get ditch stuff or grab stuff if you need to. Yeah, other than that, it's been very useful, and I think Oribos is a place which we might use in the future as a hub to do our sort of day-to-day sort of activity along those lines. And of course, we've got a portal there back to Orgrim, as well as me having set it as my Hearthstone. So that's the end of this recording. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, goodbye.